Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. As you have seen from the title of the video, I am going to talk about what to do when you have leftover pakora batter. Now, this is on a day when you don't intend to make anything other than one kind of pakora. So here I've made some onion pakoras, which are going to go out just now, right? And I really don't need any more than the two portions. I already have some pakoras for my house, which I'm going to use in a curry pakora dish. So I really have no more room to make onion pakoras or save them anywhere. So the biggest hack that you can do is either to make chilas, which are actually just flattened pancakes made out of batter. And these are going to be savory crepes that you can make in a non-stick pan like that. Spread them out and then smear them with a little ghee or butter. But what I like to do, because it's breakfast time, what I like to do is I like to take pieces of baguettes from my refrigerator and I cut them into thin slices like this. And just to add a little texture, this only has onions and cilantro. To add a little bit of a textural pop, I use these not spicy long hot peppers, and I'm going to give it a good swirl, right? And then I'm going to lay out my baguettes. Now, if this is something that you want to make from scratch, then all you need is chickpea flour. You need some chopped onions. You need some salt, some turmeric, red chili powder, and garam seeds. But I'm doing it with a leftover batter, so my situation is a little bit different. Now, if this is not something that you make in your home on the regular basis, then of course you would want to know how to make the batter from scratch, right? Along with this, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to use this very basic thing that we all have in our home, tomato ketchup. If you don't have this and you have green chutney, you can use that. So give it a good shake and put some ketchup on your bread slices. Not too much. So basically you're going for a sweet, salty, tangy flavor, and this is going to go really well with your morning chai. So you want that little bit of a sweetness from the ketchup. You want that soury, tangy taste from your pakoras. Basically, that's what we're going for, right? Now, here's two ways to do it. Oh, let me just take a quick moment and acknowledge Asya Moore, who's watching. Nagma Waris is watching. Assalamu alaikum. Corin is watching. Hey, Corin, how are you? Good to see you here. Welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen, early morning madness on a Saturday. So here, there's two ways to do it. If you're just starting out and you're not sure of how this ketchup is going to react with the oil, you can actually close it shut and then dip the whole thing in the batter and fry it. So that way everything that you put inside is going to stay sealed, right? It doesn't have to be ketchup. It could be hot sauce. It could be pesto. It could be marinara sauce. Anything that you love, you can actually do it the same way. So I'm going to only take one. I'm not going to make a sandwich out of it. I'm going to take this. I will dip it in the chickpea flour. Coat it really nicely. Kind of hard to do it with one hand, right? And I just want to make sure that at least one of the little chili peppers is sticking to this. Now you can see the batter is not super thick, but it's also not super thin. And just lower it gently into the hot oil. In goes the next one. Don't be shy. Once the ketchup has been seeped by the bread, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, if it was something like pesto or mozzarella cheese, then of course you have to make that closed sandwich and put it in the oil. But when it's ketchup, it's already seeped into the pores of the bread, so it's not going to come out. Even if you're using green chutney, tamarind chutney. In India, we even put like spiced potatoes in between the two slices of bread. The normal bread pakoras that we make at home, really the batter is just chickpea flour. There is no onion or potato or anything in the batter. But this is just a repurposing of leftover batter from making the pakora. So this already has onions. And once I just accidentally made it, but I realized that it had so much more taste and flavor than the normal bread pakoras, which had no onions on them. So I was kind of very pleased. So if you're not a fan of onions, you can also use chives. I'm just taking this leftover chickpea batter and just slathering it on. It's kind of like making a French toast, but with chickpeas, with chickpea flour instead of. You can also use a flour called lupin, which is also made from beans, and it's very high in protein. So both chickpea flour and lupin are high in protein, but lupin has a little more. It's spelled Lupin, and it's only available on Amazon. I've not really seen it in any health food stores, etc. Okay, so now we're going to turn up the heat because you want the chickpea flour to start solidifying around your bread. You don't want the batter to be running around loosely. So how many of you have actually eaten pakoras or bhajiyas in Indian restaurants or in your Indian friends' homes? I think there is no friendship that has ever happened with a non-Indian person going to an Indian person home and not being served bhajiyas. So these are onion pakoras. I've done several tutorials of this, and I usually make them every weekend for someone who likes to eat them. So there's always 2 boxes. All right, I'm gonna jump back and bring you here. Let me know where everybody's tuning in from. It's kind of nice to see what is going on. If it's Saturday morning for me, what time of day it is, where are you tuning in from? What brings you to this page? I'm always super excited that you guys come here and actually I have somebody to talk to while I'm cooking. It's almost like I'm not doing this alone. You know, I'm hanging out with my friends and cooking some food. It's so much fun to have your company. You have no idea. Like, you think that I'm bringing you something, you have no idea how much joy you bring. And for every person that, you know, watches this video, shares it with their friends, or even tries a recipe, I really appreciate the love and support. It really means a lot. Now you'll ask me what's happening on this side of the stove. So let me show you, because I know curiosity killed the cat. So here I'm making some lunch, and I'm making a stir-fry cabbage with potatoes. This is one of my very popular signature dishes, and I absolutely love it. There are many tutorials on my YouTube channel, Queen's Curry Kitchen, and also on Facebook Lives where you can see how it's done. Basically, it's just hot oil with some cumin and bay leaves, ginger garlic paste, and then all the vegetables go in. Today I don't have peas, so I'm only going to make them with onion, with cabbage and potato. But if you have peas, so these are almost done. You can tell from the potatoes, they're nice and soft. So if you can cut through it, that means your dish is already done. I'm going to turn this all the way down, and I will garnish it with garam masala and cilantro before serving. Okay, jumping right back to the pakoras. You must be wondering, like, why can't she just focus on one thing? Why is she always jumping around? What? Because I always do multiple things, Hana. Srishti, Negi, good morning to you. Where in the world are you tuning in from? Is it morning where you are? Good morning from the Queen's Curry Kitchen. We are making some pakora bread pakoras. Now you'll ask me, why is it called pakora bread pakora? Now, since you just tuned in, we are using some leftover onion bhajia batter, and we dipped our breads into that along with some long hot pepper pieces, and we smeared our breads with some ketchup. Definitely catch that on the replay. And then we dunked them in this oil and we are frying them. So that is our story for today. As you can see, my chai is over here. I'm gonna drink an English breakfast today. That's on the menu. No cardamom, no cinnamon, nothing. Just plain good old liquor tea. That's the plan, Stan. Okay, my plate is ready. Ready. Okay, and you don't want them to be too brown, and yet you don't want the chickpea to be raw. You don't want the batter to be raw. You don't want the batter to be uncooked. So aim for a nice golden color. Sometimes that's the reason why I don't like to add turmeric to my pakora batter, because it can get very misleading and you think it's done but it's not done. So I refrain from using turmeric. If you want to use turmeric in your chickpea flour, by all means do it. One thing I always use with my chickpea flour is either ginger or then carom seeds, because those help to make the digestion of chickpea flour much easier. And it prevents flatulence. Now, don't be thinking that this whole thing is my breakfast, because it ain't. Who's coming in to have some chai and pakora with me? Come on. Do I have any volunteers who want to come over and have this with me? Or do I have to cook with you but eat it alone? That's not fun, right? Friends should be able to hang out. And so, yesterday I had a couple of my friends. We are all walking buddies, so 3 of us. So we all had dinner together. And I was tired from the day. My sciatica was acting up. But I told them, I said, you know what? Just because I get to see my friends and we get to share a meal, I almost forget that how tired I was. It really made me get up. It really made me run into the kitchen. We had hot rotis. We had dal makhni. So, who is that person for whom whenever you have to cook, I think you would always get up and do it, right? I think for moms, it's always their children. For grandmothers, it's always their grandkids. Like I don't know what happens. Like once they become grandmothers, they'll just always have the energy for the grandkids. So I feel like my mom is more worried about my daughter and my sister's son, and not so worried about us anymore. It's kind of like an inside joke. Okay, my lovelies, this is what the pakoras, the pakora bread pakora looks like, and that's one of the peppers that went in it. You see, they're drying in my window. So yep, this is our offering for today. It's going to get paired with English breakfast chai. Who knew that when the British were conquering the world, that their chai would be paired with all desi snacks? So if you're wondering what desi is, desi means anything that's Indian, right? So desi, des means country, and desi means back from back home. So that's what it means, right? So I'm just gonna say a quick hello to Black Magic Wilkerson. Hello, hello. We just finished making these fritters out of bread and chickpea flour and a batter made with onions and long hot peppers. So this is our final outcome. I hope y'all are having a blessed weekend and you're celebrating all the small wins that you had during the week, and also are preparing for a busy week that may be coming ahead for you. Take the time to breathe, count your blessings, and also give thanks to God who has put food on our table. So just like that, I would also like to say thank you to all of you for your love and support. If you would like to share this video, please go ahead. And also, for every time that I go live, if you'd like to get notified, definitely follow Queen's Curry Kitchen. Follow the page so that you will get notifications every time I am going live. And if this brought a smile to your lips, if it made you smile, if it made you wake up to make your own cup of tea, then definitely show some hearts and send some love my way. If you decide to make these pakora bread pakoras, then certainly tag me on social media. Nandini Dutt is tuning in. Hello, Nandini ji. Would you like to eat this bread pakora made with onions and mirchi? I know you would. You're such a fabulous cook. I know you totally would dig this, right? So anyway, I'm going to get going because I have to be somewhere, and also my cabbage over there is screaming for my attention. So I'm going to get this party started. I will see you real soon in the next one. Take good care. If you want to take a class with me, log on to queenscurrykitchen.com. If you want to order some spices or the cookbook, everything is on there on queenscurrykitchen.com. I will see you soon. Be blissful, be flavorful, and count your blessings. Take good care, you guys. See you.